A Portland baby boy now struggling to relearn how to crawl and needing a feeding tube. He's one of dozens of infants hospitalized after drinking by-heart baby formula and getting botulism. That's an illness that can sometimes be deadly. Today, our Lisa Balick talked with the attorney representing the baby's family. She joins us now live from North Portland. So, Lisa, what did you find out about this, and how is that baby doing, first and foremost?
Well, the baby's okay, but still facing a lot of troubles, and they are finally home. Now, as far as ByHeart, I checked into the company. I found out it is a U.S. company. It started about 10 years ago to respond to a shortage in baby formula in the country and also to come up with something that had fewer additives. But now it's linked to dozens of sick kids.
Unfortunately, Asan is one of the more severely impacted children. He still is on a feeding tube. He's unable to, move his left leg.
I spoke with the attorney who's handling cases of dozens of infants in the botulism outbreak, including 10-month-old Ashan Carter of Portland. He's out of the hospital, home with a feeding tube. Ashan's mom received the formula back in November, just days before the recall. A state caseworker distributed it through PDX Diaper Bank, one of many nonprofits that gets ByHeart donations. He was at Randall Children's Hospital for about 2 weeks and readmitted, now home relearning how to crawl and talk. I wanted to know how the link to the formula was discovered.
You can test for the botulism spore and antitoxin in stool, and then they also found the identical strain in opened and unopened cans of the product. Both the FDA and the company have confirmed that their product was contaminated.
I asked the attorney if the state has any liability from distributing the formula. He says no at this point.
Ultimately, the company that manufactured, a infant formula with one of the most deadly pathogens in the world in it is going to be ultimately responsible for this.
Oregon caseworkers and others contacted families as soon as there was a recall. But in Ashan's case, it was too late.
I think, and this is not meant, in a political way, but I think what we've seen over the last 12 months with the decimation of the CDC and the FDA and the USDA by the DOJ cuts are, we're starting to see that stuff play out in real time.
Now, once again, 51 babies, including one here in Oregon, in Portland specifically, affected by this, by the botulism. And there have been no deaths so far, and some grocery store chains may be added into the lawsuits that are occurring for not getting the items off the shelves quick enough once that recall happened back in November, because again, even recently they're finding some of these cans tucked in the way back on some store shelves. So beware. We have more information at KOIN.com on this as well. Live in North Portland, Lisa Balick, KOIN 6 News.